Israel is accelerating war plans on multiple fronts. Israeli planes struck dozens of targets in Yemen yesterday in response to a Houthi missile attack on Ben Gurion Airport.
Meanwhile, the call-up of tens of thousands of reservists is foreshadowing a huge operation in Gaza. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has more.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made good on his promise to hit back at the Houthis for launching surface-to-surface missiles and drones toward Israel and its civilians. After a missile landed close to its main airport on Sunday, Israel's Air Force sent about 20 fighter jets to strike Houthi targets along Yemen's coast. The IDF said it struck the Hodeidah port, where Iranian weapons and military equipment that supply the Houthi regime are shipped into the country. Another target, the Bajil concrete plant, which is a source of income for the Houthis and is also used to build terrorist infrastructure. The increased pressure on the Houthis comes as Israel is calling up tens of thousands of reservists to carry out expanded operations against Hamas in Gaza. In a video posted on X, Netanyahu said Israel's goal is the defeat of Hamas and return of the hostages.
One thing will be clear. There will be no in and out. We'll call up reserves to come, hold territory. We're not going to enter and then exit the area, only to carry out raids afterwards. That's not the plan. The intention is the opposite.
He also said Israel would create safe areas where Gaza's civilians will be relocated to the south.
There will be a movement of the population to protect them.
Meanwhile, analysts say the root cause still needs to be addressed. Oded Elam, former director of counterterrorism in the Mossad, told CBN News the real problem is not Hamas, Hezbollah, or the Houthis, but their backers in Tehran.
Iran is the composer of whatever we see here. Although they do not take credit for any kind of attack that is initiated by proxies and like Hezbollah or like the Houthis or the Hamas and so on, but they are the big brother who actually hold the strings, and everybody's playing like a marionette to the theme and to the music.
He pointed out that Iran's greatest threat isn't just its pursuit of nuclear weapons.
And so the major threat to Israel is Iran, and I'm not just talking about the nuclear program, which is everybody knows about it, but I'm talking about initiating terror acts around the world against Jewish and Israeli targets all the time.
In Washington, hundreds of Christian and Jewish advocates gathered for Israel Advocacy Day, rallying lawmakers and citizens to stand firm for Israel and against anti-Semitism. That's more urgent than ever as polling shows some 53% of Americans holding a negative view of Israel, with the numbers highest among young Americans.
Well, we have got to educate, educate, educate. So we need to be on social media, much more aggressive, reaching those young people where they are.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, there's breaking news out of Yemen right now. Israeli planes are attacking the airport there. It seems to be an escalation on the side of the ideology that wants to wipe Israel off the map. It's just unimaginable to me that the Houthis would want to continue firing on Israel in light of the retaliation attacks from yesterday. But that's what they're continuing to do. Israel has no choice but to defend itself. Let's continue to stand with Israel. We certainly will here at the 700 Club. Let's educate our children, our grandchildren on the importance of Israel, not just from a biblical standpoint, but from a peace in the Middle East standpoint. The only country in the Middle East where Muslims have freedom of assembly and freedom of speech, the freedom to protest, all of those things, the only country where they can do that, well, it's Israel. And so to call it an apartheid state or somehow engaged in genocide, it just defies the facts that are on the ground. We have to resist this propaganda that's coming against it. We have to stand with Israel.